Salvete omnes. This is Mr. Byer. I'm off on a field trip to RISD with the sixth graders, and so here are some notes on substantive adjectives. Substantive adjectives, like many grammatical concepts, sound harder than they are. You use them all the time in English, and they're actually even more common in Latin. Substantive comes from the word substance. A substance is something you can touch, and grammatically, a thing that you can touch, or a person, place, thing, or idea that you can touch, unless it's an idea, of course. Those things are called nouns. So when an adjective is used as a noun, it is called a substantive adjective. English does this sometimes, Latin does it often. English examples: only the good die young is a quote from a Billy Joel song. If you don't like Billy Joel, you should listen to him more often. And in that line, the good is being used as a substantive adjective because it's an adjective, good. Usually you would say like, good dog, or good job on that homework, or something is good, but here the good is referring to good people. So it's an adjective generally, but here it's being used as a noun. After all, you can see that it has the in front of it, the good. Many love Latin. What is the substantive adjective here? It is many. Many is an adjective. Here it's referring to people or boys or girls or men or women or whatever it is, but the person who's saying this has just said many and didn't bother putting a noun after it, so the adjective is acting as a noun, standing in the place of a noun. It's the subject of the sentence, just as only the good young good was also the subject, so therefore it's a substantive adjective. The first will win. Instead of saying the first person, I might just say the first will win. And that first, which is an adjective, it's one of your vocab words in the lesson 26 vocab in your adjective list. First, primus here is acting as a noun. So substantive adjective, fancy term for whenever an adjective acts like a noun. Latin examples. When translating to English, because Latin, like other languages, has gendered endings, sometimes one word in Latin can suggest or imply the gender of what you're talking about, either referring to, so it could refer to another noun that isn't explicitly said. And so sometimes you need to use, with substantive adjective, more than one word to translate it in English based on what the ending is. So when translating to English, you might have to add things like men or women or things to match the gender of the ending. So if it had a masculine ending, you might add men. If feminine, you might add women. If we're neuter, or you're talking about some objects, you might add things or stuff or something like that. Let's see how this works. Multi reginam amaverant. Multi's gender is, based on its ending, masculine. And so you could say many men love the queen. Now, it could also be many people love the queen. It's kind of ambiguous when you have plural. So maybe to keep it simple, I'll just put many men just to make the point that the ending suggests it might be masculine. But if you said multi reginam amaverant, it seems to suggest, since multi's gender is not masculine but feminine here, that perhaps we are saying that many women or many girls love the queen, since the AE tells you it's feminine. On the other hand, if you flipped it around and said regina amaverant multa, multa's gender, remember that A in the plural? It's not masculine, it's not feminine, it's neither, so it's a neuter. From the A, the plural A in the neuters, where it goes a, orum, is, a, is. So here, you would say regina amaverant, the queen loved, multa still means many. Now what would I put after it? Queen loved many, that doesn't sound quite right in English. Maybe I'll say many things, and it might sound, get the meaning across more effectively. So you kind of have to use your judgment and look at the endings. Also, you often have more context than just 3 words, so that you might know that we were talking about the queen loved, I don't know, many works of art or something. But these are all substantive adjectives. Let's do a couple more examples. Eri stultum feci. Stultum's gender is ending. Let's assume that it's neuter. So we'd say, yesterday I did Harry feci, facio, facere feci. So yesterday I did stultum. Do you know the word stultum? It means foolish, silly. So yesterday I did foolish. Okay, that doesn't sound like English yet. Let's add a little bit more. Yesterday I did a foolish thing or something stupid. Actually, that sounds even better. Maybe I'll do it that way. Yesterday I did stultum. Yesterday I did a stupid. That doesn't sound right. Let's say yesterday I did something stupid. And the something, oops, can I type? The something gets across the idea. Okay, hold on one second. Mr. Byers, screen up this recording. Hopefully I didn't just lose you there. I accidentally opened a new tab. Try again. All right, so hopefully I still have you recording. Yesterday I did something stupid. The something gets across the idea that it's neuter. Would desne ibi eratam? Eratam's gender is am ending, would be feminine. Do you see eratam? Erata means angry, but that doesn't get across enough. We need to get the idea that the person we're looking at is feminine. So you'd say, do you see the angry girl or the upset woman over there? Because apparently the gender is feminine. The next one is masculine. Kaikos. It has a US ending, right? And kaikos is one of our new words. Hopefully on the quiz today you knew that it meant blind. So if you wanted to insult the referee, you would say a blind kaikus, US ending, potest videre melior quam hic arbiter. A blind, well, it's masculine, so how about a blind man could see better than this referee. So you can shout that at a referee next time you want to offend him in Latin. And notice again that we're making the endings, the am here, feminine, the US gives us blind man. Oh, sorry. The gendered ending matches how you translate it. So in each of these, try to circle the substantive adjective and then translate the sentence. I will do, I guess, the first one with you, and you can finish the rest. Miser. Invia pecuniam amisit, misera pecuniam invenit. All right, do you see any adjectives here that are standing alone? They don't have any nouns with them. Look for a second. And it's actually the same adjective twice. Miser and misera are both substantive adjectives. And so the first one's masculine, the second one's feminine. So we would say something like the miserable or the poor man amisit, lost invia pecuniam, lost his money in the road. Misera pecuniam invenit. You're welcome to pause it and see if you can get it right before I give it to you. And answer is something like the miserable woman, because she has an A ending, invenit, found pecunia, the money. So miser, miserable man, lost his money in the road. Misera, the miserable woman, because A ending, found it. And if you understand why miser gave us miserable man and misera gave us miserable woman, then you basically understand how to translate substantive adjectives. See if you can find the substantive adjectives in the next three and in the challenge. They're some of these are pretty tricky. And you can, according to your substitute's choice, you can work with a partner if you're productive, or you can try it on your own. And I will go over it. Homework is to finish 26.1, and I will go over it with you tomorrow. All right, gratis multas, valete omnes.